Hello and welcome. For as long as we have gazed upon the horizon, humanity has been captivated by the sea. It's a world of immense power and breathtaking beauty, a vast, shimmering expanse that cradles our continents. The sea is the cradle of life itself, and yet, for all its familiarity, it remains our planet's greatest mystery. Today I invite you to join me on an extraordinary journey, not across the waves, but beneath them. We'll dive deep into the heart of our blue planet to uncover its most astonishing secrets. This is not just a glimpse into the marine world, this is a deep dive into the unknown. We've curated what we believe are the top 10 most mind-bending facts about our oceans, each one a testament to the sheer wonder and complexity of this life-giving realm. From colossal mountain ranges hidden in the abyss to creatures that paint the darkness with their own living light. So take a deep breath. The journey into the great blue wilderness begins now. Our world, when viewed from the silent vacuum of space, is not green and brown but overwhelmingly blue. The oceans, in their unified, sprawling majesty, cover more than 70% of the Earth's surface. This is a figure so vast it can be difficult to truly comprehend. Imagine all the continents, all the cities, mountains, deserts, and then understand that the ocean's domain is more than twice that size. It's a humbling truth that we've charted the surface of Mars and our own moon with greater detail than we have our own ocean floor. To date, we've explored less than 5% of this vast underwater realm. Over 95% of the ocean remains a complete mystery, unseen by human eyes. Scientists estimate there could be millions of new species waiting to be discovered, creatures that have evolved in complete isolation. When we think of mountain ranges, we picture the Himalayas, Andes, Alps. But the longest mountain range on Earth is not on land. It's called the Mid-Ocean Ridge, a continuous chain of underwater volcanoes that wraps around the globe like the seam on a baseball. Stretching for an astonishing 40,000 miles, it dwarfs any mountain range on the continents. It's here that the Earth's tectonic plates are pulling apart, allowing molten magma from the mantle to rise and solidify. In some places, its peaks are so high that they break the surface of the water, forming volcanic islands like Iceland. Around these vents, life thrives in the complete absence of sunlight. Giant tube worms, blind shrimp, bizarre crabs. The discovery of this hidden world, this colossal mountain range, and the strange life it supports, is one of the greatest scientific revelations of our time. In the warm, clear waters off the coast of Australia lies a structure so vast, so sprawling, that it can actually be seen from space. It's the Great Barrier Reef, the world's largest living structure. Built over thousands of years by trillions of tiny organisms called coral polyps, this reef system is a true testament to the constructive power of life itself. It stretches for over 1,400 miles, a vibrant, complex metropolis teeming with an astonishing diversity of creatures. The biodiversity of the Great Barrier Reef is simply breathtaking. It provides a home for thousands of species of fish, mollusks, crustaceans. It sounds like something out of a fantasy novel, rivers that flow, lakes that pool on the bottom of the ocean. Yet these features are entirely real. In the deep ocean, bodies of water with distinct shorelines and surfaces exist. They form where salt from ancient buried deposits seeps up through the seafloor, dissolving into the water above it. The water becomes incredibly salty and dense, so it doesn't mix with normal seawater. Even more astonishingly, this dense salty water can flow downhill along the seabed, forming an underwater river. These rivers carve channels and build levees just like on land. We often look to the great forests of the world, like the Amazon, as the lungs of the planet. The ocean is responsible for producing over half of the world's oxygen. Some estimates place it as high as 80%. Every other breath you take, you owe to the ocean. This life-giving gas isn't produced by whales or fish, but by countless trillions of microscopic organisms known as phytoplankton. These tiny single-celled plants drift in the sunlit upper layers of the ocean. Like plants on land, they use photosynthesis to convert sunlight into energy, absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. Great blooms of phytoplankton can be so vast that they're actually visible from space, turning enormous swaths of the ocean's surface a milky green or turquoise. They form the absolute base of the marine food web. Everything from the smallest zooplankton to the great baleen whales ultimately depends on the energy captured by these microscopic drifters. The health of the global phytoplankton population is therefore directly linked to the health of the entire planet. For centuries, Mount Everest has stood in our collective imagination as the ultimate symbol of height and extremity, the highest point on our planet's surface. Yet, there is a place in the ocean so deep that if you placed Mount Everest inside it, its peak would still be submerged with over a mile of water above it. This place is the Challenger Deep, at the southern end of the Mariana Trench in the western Pacific. The Challenger Deep is the deepest known point in the Earth's oceans. Its floor lies at nearly 11,000 meters, or almost 7 miles below the surface. It's a world of unimaginable pressure and absolute darkness. The pressure here is over 1,000 times greater than at sea level. To journey here is to enter one of the most hostile, inaccessible places on Earth. Only a handful of missions have reached the bottom. The world's museums are repositories of our past, housing priceless artifacts that tell the story of human civilization. But there is a far larger museum, one whose collection is scattered across the globe, lying in silent darkness on the ocean floor. It's estimated that there are more historic artifacts in the ocean than in all the world's museums combined. It is thought that over 3 million shipwrecks lie on the ocean floor. Ancient Greek trading vessels, their amphorae still filled with wine and olive oil, the great galleons of the Spanish Main, the mighty warships of the World Wars. The cold, dark, low-oxygen environment of the deep sea can preserve these wrecks with astonishing clarity. Wooden ships that would have rotted away on land can survive for centuries. The ocean is not a static body of water, it's a dynamic moving system that acts as the Earth's great climate regulator. Its role in maintaining a stable climate for our planet is perhaps its most critical function. This heat is transported around the globe by a complex network of currents. The ocean absorbs a vast amount of heat from the sun, particularly in the tropical regions. Warm surface currents, like the Gulf Stream, move heat from the tropics towards the poles. As this water reaches the colder regions, it cools, becomes denser and saltier, and sinks to the deep ocean. This deep, cold water then flows back towards the equator, where it eventually rises to the surface, warms up, and begins the cycle anew. This entire global circulation can take 1,000 years to complete. The relative warmth of Western Europe, for example, is largely due to the heat transported by the Gulf Stream. Without it, countries like the United Kingdom would have a climate similar to Labrador. The ocean and the atmosphere are in a constant, intricate dance, exchanging heat and moisture, which in turn drives winds, creates storms, and dictates rainfall patterns across continents. In the deep ocean, far below the reach of the sun's rays, lies a world of perpetual night. Yet, this world is not entirely dark. It's illuminated by the ghostly, beautiful, often startling light produced by its own inhabitants. This phenomenon is called bioluminescence, life's own light. It's one of the most magical and widespread spectacles in the natural world. In the deep sea, it's not the exception, it's the rule. The vast majority of creatures living below a few hundred meters have the ability to glow. This living light is not created with heat like a light bulb, but through a chemical reaction within an organism's body. For some, it's a lure. The deep-sea anglerfish dangles a glowing appendage in front of its mouth, attracting curious prey into a deadly trap. For others, it's a form of defense. A shrimp might release a cloud of glowing liquid to startle and blind a predator. Bioluminescence is also a language. Flashing patterns can be used to attract a mate, with different species using their own unique codes to find one another in the endless dark. It can be used for camouflage, a technique called counter-illumination, making it invisible to predators looking up from below. From the single-celled dinoflagellates that make the waves glow with an eerie blue light, to the mesmerizing light shows of the comb jelly, the ocean is filled with this silent, shimmering communication. It turns the hostile, black abyss into a realm of sparkling constellations and fleeting spectral forms. Our journey through the ocean's 10 greatest secrets has come to an end, but the sense of wonder, I hope, remains. We've seen that our planet is defined by its water, that its greatest mountain range and deepest canyon lie hidden beneath the waves, and that its very breath is drawn from the sea. The ocean's story is far from fully told. With over 95% still unexplored, the greatest discoveries are almost certainly yet to come. What was your favorite revelation from our journey? Was it the scale of the mid-ocean ridge, or the thought of a living museum on the seabed? Please, share the fact that amazed you the most in the comments below. I would be fascinated to read what resonated with you. If this exploration has sparked your curiosity, and you wish to continue discovering the marvels of our natural world, please consider subscribing to the channel. There are countless more stories to tell, and many more adventures to be had. I want to thank you for joining me on this voyage into the blue heart of our planet. The ocean is our shared heritage and our collective responsibility. May we always approach it with the respect and awe it so rightly deserves.